Study it, ladies and gentlemen. Study it. What's up, guys? Today is Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 831,300. TikTok next block. Now, you read the title. If you want to be rich, buy things when they're cheap. I think that's what I'm going to name it. Anyways, I'm at a plaza here in Las Vegas on Flamingo, and I just ran into Pete Rose. He was here. Now, I met him a few times at the gold shop, and he's in the well, I'm recording this now, so you can't dox him. I'm not doxing him, but he's in a store in there with his woman. Goodness. Matter of fact, I'll walk by and I'll try to put him in the background. His back is turned. His girl looks like a nice young lady, and I do mean young. Anyways, so we got a lot of things going on in the world and stuff like that. You know, we got debasement of the money and everything else. Listen, man, Bitcoin is very cheap right now, okay? It's so funny I ran into Pete Rose, because Pete Rose is a gold stacker. And he saw me, he looked at my shirt, and he didn't look like he wanted to be messed with. Guys, listen, in Las Vegas, you run into people. I'm talking about not at events and stuff like that. I'm just talking about every day, just doing everyday stuff. You'll be in line somewhere and you look over and freaking, you know, whoever will be there. Some NBA player, some actor, you know, some whoever. These people are just everywhere. And, you know, you got gold bugs out here, and, you know, Pete Rose is an older man and everything. And, you know, he's into gold. But I saw him look at my shirt, and I had my glasses on and stuff, so I don't think he recognized me. But I have talked to him at coin shops and stuff. And he's a big gold bug, man. He just is. And I understand that gold was the hardest money in the world. And I'm going to make a video about this in a few weeks, that gold officially will lose its status as the hardest money in the world. Now, I'm about to pass his truck. And he's in there now. Let me see. Oh, well, he's not sitting there anymore, but he's in there. I could see him. Yeah, he's not sitting against the thing anymore. Anyways, his truck is in the background. But anyways, so it's officially going to be the hardest money in the world here when the Bitcoin halving comes up. Bitcoin officially harder than gold based on the stock to flow metrics. But again, I'm going to break down stock to flow, because that was one of the things that really got me with Bitcoin, because stock to flow is a thing that really shows you literally what the hardest money in the world, because we always trend to the hardest money. But guys, if you want to be rich, and I'm not talking about filthy rich or nothing like that, I'm just talking about, you know, have a couple of $1 million, or just have a life where you're not even a couple $1 million. I don't want to measure anything in cup bucks, but a lifestyle that your family is taken care of. You don't have to work and trade your time for money, and you're just set. Buy assets that are cheap. Okay, there's a lot of things. You can buy businesses, and you can buy undervalued things. And I learned that from the great Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, you know, value investing, where I would buy things that I knew were cheap. If I saw a car that I knew I can get, or on the market it was worth $12,000, but I can sell it quick for 10.5, but I can buy it for 7,000 or something like that. I do stuff like that, or I did stuff like that all the time. Not this year. Some people are mad that I took the year off, but I'm dedicated to what I'm doing. And man, I was about to orange pill Pete Rose. My God, I feel so bad I didn't do it. But, you know, I don't like to bother people, because he was on a mission to, you know, he's in there doing something. I'm not going to say what he's doing. And I don't want to, you know, I just don't like bothering people. I just can't imagine being a celebrity, because when you're a celebrity, I'm going on a rant here for a second. When you're somebody that's recognizable or recognized and everybody knows you, it's just like, man, you just want to get out of your car and go somewhere, right? Now, I'm nowhere near Pete Rose or anybody else, and I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, but I've had things like that a few times where because a lot of people that watch my videos or see me or whatever, I don't know who they are. So I've had a few dozen people since I've started this channel, because I live in Las Vegas, come up to me and go, "Hey, Jerry, you're Jerry from Jerry Loves Whatever," and oh, hey, and I'm like, whoa, you know. And I'm not saying that it was bothersome or nothing like that. I was just like, wow, I don't know this person, but they know me, which is insane. So I can't imagine being on that level, like a Pete Rose or a Floyd Mayweather or something like that. Floyd's a trip. Floyd, he's a trip. But yeah, I just couldn't imagine that. So this is my job this year, is to try to wake people up from the nonsense and the ignorance that's going on in the orange pill people, and let them understand and know what's going on with Bitcoin. And my barber, if you're watching, I showed him my channel today. If you're watching, remember, brother, Satoshis. So what's the hardest asset? What's the best asset in the world that hardly anybody really understands it and knows what it is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, you will be rich buying Bitcoin. And I'm not saying that to FOMO you. I'm not saying that to give you hyperbole or gas you up or nothing like that. It's just the truth. If you would have bought a few $1,000, you know, 10 years ago. Now let's use the example. Remember that video I showed you from 2013, 11 years ago? And Bitcoins were like between 29 and 31 bucks. Now today, I know we're measuring cuck bucks, but still the purchasing power of those, and the unit measure we measure things is with dollars. So I'm trying to paint a picture here. Bitcoins was in the late 20s, 27, 28, 29, 30, $31 a coin. If you'd have spent $1,000, you would have had many coins that today are worth $52,000. Now again, guys, 11 years from now, in February 2035, how much do you think the coins are going to be? Now, this is before anybody even knew what Bitcoin was back then. And some people, maybe 1%, we have a 1% adoption right now, maybe if that. And we're at $52,000 as of this recording. I didn't check the price today, but come on, man. Bitcoin is about to take over the world, and I'm telling you that. That's why I make Satoshi Saturdays. If you haven't checked out my Satoshi Saturday video, go do it. I have video series. I have 2 of them, and I'm going to do it every week because I know how important it is. People are not going to be able to buy one Bitcoin. You don't have to buy one Bitcoin. If you're new to this channel, a Satoshi is a divisible unit of Bitcoin, because the mainstream media, when they put it up on CNBC, and all these financial channels, they only show you that big price, that 48,000, 35,000, 52,000, 68,000, whatever. You don't have to pay for. So people just say, "Oh, I can't afford that." No, you can buy it in small units. But check out my Satoshi Saturday video. And so when you're looking at an asset, you're thinking, okay, what can it do for me in the future? Guys, listen, man. That's why I'm just stockpiling as many Satoshis as I can. It makes me feel good that I can tip people with Bitcoin. I'm using my own secular economy where I can give somebody something, because I just gave him cash, what nobody knows about, my barber, and then I gave him Satoshis, which nobody knows about. And it's all private, man. And the purchasing power of Bitcoin in the future is going to be crazy, because again, we're not even at 1% adoption. I told you this months ago. This is what I said to you. I said, once the Bitcoin ETF, spot ETFs are approved, what's going to happen is we're going to go from retail Bitcoin buying to institutional Bitcoin buying. And the floods of Bitcoin buyers that are coming in now through these ETFs, because now Bitcoin is quote unquote official, is ridiculous. They're buying thousands a day in a limited supply. And for those of you on my channel that still thinks that Bitcoin is a scam and this, that, and the third, you know, and all these guys are gobbling it up, I'm not saying that they're not going to try to control the world through Bitcoin and try to buy it up and get as many as they can. I'm not arguing with that at all, because I truly believe that's part of the reason, because they understand now that it is the best asset in the world and they have to have it. And I think the government too side note from the ETFs, I don't think they're going to be selling off Bitcoin anymore, but I could be mistaken about that. If you are worried about that, don't buy an ETF. If you're worried about that, again, when you buy Bitcoin on an exchange, which is a company that somebody else owns it, you take it off the exchange and you put it into cold storage. In the beginning, you should put it in a hot storage, which is a wallet on your phone. You can use several wallets. You can use the Phoenix wallet. You can use the Moon wallet, MUUN wallet, and keep that on your own. Because I had him download the Moon wallet a few months ago. And then when I get my haircut, I tip him in Satoshis, quote unquote, divisional fractional Bitcoin. That is its own economy. So when you have these companies, I mean, just absolutely eating it up, and you guys think that Bitcoin is a scam because billionaires are going to take it over, this, that, and the third. All I'm telling you guys is study it. Study it, and you won't say that. Now, I don't want to sound like a pompous or arrogant or something like that when I say this, but if you don't have at least 100 hours of hardcore studying of Bitcoin, and I'm not talking about listening to Peter Schiff, 100 interviews of him for an hour bashing Bitcoin. I'm not talking about that, because I am going to make a video about, if I haven't already. Have I? Maybe I have, but if I have, I won't. But if I didn't, Peter Schiff is the worst asset manager in history. He was telling people not to buy Bitcoin in the early 2010s, 2011, 12, and he's still telling people not to buy it. And I understand why gold and silver bugs listen to him, because, you know, people group up all the cryptocurrencies together like they're the same. Bitcoin is not crypto, and crypto damn sure ain't Bitcoin. Bitcoin is money. Let me say that again. Bitcoin is money. They use cryptography. It's not a cryptocurrency. Technically, it's a cryptocurrency, but it ain't like these other ones. It ain't like these little... It ain't like these other ones, okay? And I'm not knocking them. Again, I'm a capitalist. You buy whatever you want. If you want to buy a cryptocurrency that's worth 7 cents and you think it's going to $1, hey man, go ahead, be my guest. But if you want to be infinitely wealthy, because Bitcoin has infinite wealth, it's going to go up forever. If you want to be that, then buy Bitcoin. My opinion, my personal opinion, if you don't have at least 1 to 10 Bitcoin, you know, it depends on your level and your net worth and stuff. But if you don't have 1 to 10 Bitcoin, what the hell are you doing wasting time on bull like it's gonna curse, like on bull like cryptocurrencies. Get to as many Bitcoins or Satoshis as you can, man. Don't waste your time on that, because you can't spend your US dollars twice. You can make more, of course, but they're not you know, you gotta keep putting your dollars into something that you know you're gonna make a return on. And this is the hardest money, the greatest asset class in history. This is the greatest money invention in history. It may be the greatest invention in my lifetime, second to the internet. I think it is. So it's absolutely crazy. And on a side note, real quick, a lot of people don't like my political views or my political videos when I talk about politics and Donald Trump and all this other stuff. And, you know, I've been talking to people, and people have been asking me to make a Rumble channel, because I've been mixing it up on this channel. So I'm thinking about maybe just going on Rumble, even though Rumble takes forever to upload a video. I'm thinking about just doing maybe my political stuff on Rumble. Oh boy. Because, you know, when I rant about politics and what they're doing to Donald Trump and what they're doing to us, period. And I can give you all my conspiracy theories on geopolitics, what's going on in the world, politics and everything else on the Rumble channel. If you'd like me to do that, let me know, please, in the comment section below. But again, guys, you got to study Bitcoin, because I'm telling you right now, you're sitting on top. This is why I took a whole year off to dedicate, for 2 reasons. Because we're losing our country, and this is the most important election in the world, I believe, in our history. And they always say that, but I really believe that. And the second reason is Bitcoin's adoption and going from retail to institutional buying is just absolutely crucial. And I just want the people that are with me and that I love and love me to understand and know that, wow, Jerry's taking a whole year off. This must be serious, because it is. It is. Your savings, your legacy, your family is serious. And if you want to hold your wealth, and if you want to keep your hard-earned energy, because you work your ass off, guys. If you want to do that, and I'm telling you, the best way to save, and to me the only way to save, is through Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.